Today on Geek Devotions, we're talking about words, their power, and Fruits Basket. Hello, and welcome to Geek Devotions, the show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. I am Celeste, and we are so glad that you hit play today. We want you to know that you are loved, you are important, and that's kind of why we're here. So, also, we want you to know that it's Anime April!
Yay!
Yay! So excited. We are super excited all April to bring you devotions that are devoted to anime. Also, real quick, for the next few weeks, you may notice that our sound is a little different. In a good way. We want to give a big thank you and shout out to our friend Gary McAnelly. Gary runs a sound business here in town, and he has loaned us let me look at it because I have to remember, because it's a bunch of letters and numbers, a VP82. It's a really nice mic that he's letting us play around with, test out, and do our devotions with for just a little bit. We wanted to make sure that we said thank you. Also, if your church needs sound stuff, call Gary. It's what he does. So today we are talking about episode 1 of season 2 of Fruits Basket. Now, if you're a fan of Fruits Basket, you understand the importance of the words season 2. We have a season 2, people. As a Fruits Baskets fan, I cannot tell you how excited I am to see how they continue to bring alive the manga that is so good. But in the first episode, we see Yuki, one of the characters, in the process of taking over the student council presidents. The old president is graduating, he's kind of going over things, and he goes to meet his cabinet, I guess you would call that. I don't know, I was homeschooled. I was the president, the treasurer, and everything. That was an unintended joke, but it fit. And here we see introduced 2 characters, his vice president and his treasurer, who, they're interesting. I'm intrigued to see what they're going to do with these 2, specifically, because there's something going on there. Now, the vice president in particular is particularly fun. Think Ayami, Yuki's older brother, except in high school. And it's an interesting dynamic because Yuki doesn't care for his older brother, and this guy really, really reminds him of him. And so he's interesting. That's really just the best way to put it. He's really interesting. Now, the vice president's name is Manabe. And we see that Manabe is one of those people that he likes to kind of push people and see how much he can get away with. You know, kind of teasing. Maybe a little bit too much over the line sometimes. But then he kind of comes back. And you see him kind of testing out Yuki just to determine what kind of a person he is, how far he can go, what he can say, that type of thing. And at first you kind of think that Yuki's just going to roll with it. And then Manabe calls Yuki cute or girlish. And as we all know, that is a real source of issue, a source of a hurt for Yuki. And so he lashes out and goes, no, this is not okay. And kind of fights back with words. And Manabe goes, you're more interesting than I thought. This is going to be interesting. Later, you see Yuki telling Toru about the encounter and telling her specifically about where Manabe said that he was an interesting person. Yuki goes, it's kind of weird, but it kind of made me happy that he thought I was an interesting person. No one has ever said that to me. Even though Manabe's intention was not to necessarily make Yuki happy, he had that effect because of the words that he used. It got me thinking. In Proverbs 18:21, it says, death and life are in the control of the tongue. Those who indulge in it will eat its fruit. And also in Proverbs 12:25, an anxious heart weighs one down, but a good word cheers him up. We have the ability to make people's days. We have the ability to tear them down. just by what we say. Now, sometimes it's unintended. Sometimes we don't mean to cheer somebody up, or we don't mean to tear them down. But we have to be careful with what we say. We're in a time frame right now that is unprecedented. We are dealing with things, and you don't know what people are going through. You don't know what is going on in their home that they're not allowed to leave anymore. You just don't know, and you don't know on a normal day, but especially right now, tensions are running high, and the things that you say half-hearted can either make or break someone's day. So, our encouragement for today is to be mindful of what you're saying. Be mindful of what you're putting out there on the internet, on the telephone, in text messages. Try your best to be encouraging. Dallas has started this side project called One Good Story, and it's a great project as long as it doesn't take over. But it encourages people. It takes a story, just one good story, and either makes you laugh, makes you happy, makes you think about something in your own life. And it's a good thing that he's doing to encourage people. So here is my question for you. We're getting to the question of the week a little bit early, but here's the question of the week.
The week!
What are you doing to encourage people? What are you saying to encourage people? Are you letting your own stresses and your own negativity come out of your mouth and affect others? Or are you letting your own hope and love come out and affect others? Okay guys, that was your devotion for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. We already did the question of the week, so we don't have to do that. Don't forget to check out the Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, if you need sound help at your church, or at your facilities, or you have a concert or something going on, I don't know who watches this, check out Gary McAnelly.
Links in the description.
Links in the description. He's a good guy. We like him. He's friends of ours. And he can hook you up. He can at least give you some good advice. So, also, there should be an episode of Comm Talk coming soon. It's weird. Nathan has Dallas. Don't know how I feel about that. Okay, well, all that being said, stay devoted.
Peace and love.